I just read an article and they said, well, you can't top dress as much. We don't have the people. You can't be as light and frequent. That's kind of been a trend, right? Well, my dad never believed that. He said, I top dress in spring one time heavy, and then I'll top dress in the winter one time. And the people want to play golf. And that's one of the things I'm working on now is disruption, is what can I do without disrupting the golfer play golf? You tell everybody you're going to aerify your greens. What do? They all moan and cry. So we have to kind of work this out now in this industry, how to stay open. Unfortunately, the pandemic has shown how successful golf is, right? Mm-hmm. We have more people playing golf than we've ever had because they have nothing else to do. So time kind of factor was kind of like, well, I got nothing else to do. I'll play golf. Well, now they're learning, they're getting lessons. And so more people today are playing golf. We're doing 40,000 more rounds. We'll be close to 190,000 rounds. And we've been here for 30 years. And so a lot of people are saying, no, I'm going to stay here. Instead of playing twice a week, they're playing 3 times a week, and things like that. So, but what I've learned is I can't be out there disrupting them how they play. They get upset with me. So I've had to change maintenance practices. Is how do I get in and get out without disturbing them?
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely in an interesting year. And, let's go a little bit more further down that path. You're interested in disruption of the golfer. I know water conservation is another big topic for you. What would you, for the sake of, we're here talking about a legend and people like to hear what you're thinking about and what you're looking to the future. Give me a few minutes on just what you think are going to be the big topics that our industry is going to be really focused on in the next 5-10 years.
Well, we have to figure out how to get work done with less people. Everybody, the machinery and how we get that, whether it's autonomous mowers or whatever, we have to figure that out. We have to figure out what's enough maintenance. Did we over maintenance? Meaning I used to mow fairways 4 or 5 days a week. Now I mow 3 days a week and no one's ever noticed, So I have to find key things. The most important thing I do every day, Seth, is what you don't know I didn't do. Let me say that again. The most important thing I do every day is doing things that you don't even recognize I didn't do them. So do you rake all the bunkers or do you touch them up? Do you skip mowing fairways? I don't have the resource, and I have more resources than most. I don't have all the resources that do it like a tournament style all the time. So I have to skip doing things. But the key to skipping things is no one recognizes I did.
Yeah.
So can you mow a golf course less? Water, I always say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you save water? You don't get too dry. And I talked to that with Cal Roth on the PGA Tour. So I never dry out the golf course completely. But what I try to do, like the elephant, I may take 1 gallon away or 2 gallons away. An average sprinkler head puts out 25 gallons a minute. If I could reduce 1 minute, 25 gallons times 1,000 sprinkler heads on my golf course, what did I just save? So I think we have to do things in small increments to improve them. And I think that's kind of the things I'm looking at. Water is important and things like that. But perception is important. I love the USGA. I just don't agree with them. And Seth, this will be a different approach to most people than me. Is golf is green. It's green for the economy. It's green for the environment. It's green in color. I don't care what anybody tells you any different. That's what they look at. Why did we love Augusta? Because it was green in the spring and it brought those out there. And then I talk to people all the time that say, you need to keep doing less and keep doing less. Well, you name me any other industry that growth isn't important to. You're telling me to cut back everything. We need growth. So if I don't do the fertilizers or I don't do certain things on the golf course, well, my suppliers are going to get hurt. And if they get hurt, what happens? So I think we have to kind of grow this game in an intelligent way and do the things that we need, but don't overdo them. And and I think that sometimes we overdo things like, oh, we're going to have the fastest greens in America today, or maybe you don't need that. So I have to find things at Desert Mountain that I can do to put the product out there, but maybe I don't have to do them every day like I used to.